Good morning, dear students. So today, let us discuss about the classification of the measuring instruments. That is a part of unit number 1. Till date, we have discussed about the absolute instrument, secondary instruments, as well as the types of the secondary instruments. Theoretically, the torque equations in moving coil and moving iron, as well as the different definitions that is regarding the torques required for operation of a measuring instrument. That is, yes, these three torques which are required are deflecting torque, then controlling torque, and last one is the damping torque. So let us have a brief discussion with respect to classification of the measuring instrument in today's lecture. So classification of the measuring instrument is based on the quantity which is to be measured, means measurand. Let me repeat, measurand is nothing but the quantity which is to be measured. The principle of the operation like attraction, repulsion, moving coil, moving iron, induction. So on the basis of the principle of operation, there are three different categories. Electromagnetic force due to B and I, that is magnetic flux density and current, which is to be measured. Electrostatic force is nothing but the force due to the E and Q, that is EMF and a charge. And electrothermal is due to the heating effect of the current flowing through the circuit or through the meter coil. So these three are categorized or classified on the depends on the principle of the operation, that is electromagnetic, electrostatic, and electrothermal. So let us see the electromagnetic electromechanical indicating instrument. Electromechanical indicating instruments uses input electrical signal and output as a mechanical force. So these are the analog. Output is a continuous function of the time over a calibrated scale. For example, PMMC instrument, permanent magnet moving coil instrument. So let us see this permanent magnet moving coil instrument, which is majorly, that is constructed for the measurement of the DC quantity, DC current or the DC voltage. It can be used for the measuring AC currents and voltage by introducing additional circuit and proper calibration. So constructional features of the PMMC. So it has the permanent magnet in an S pole. It has a rotating coil with a certain number of the turns. Let that number of turns are the N turns. It has a stationary iron core. Why stationary? Because coil is moving, not the iron is moving. That is the difference in permanent magnet moving coil and permanent magnet moving iron. So here iron is stationary and coil is moving. That's why permanent magnet moving coil. So coil with the number of the turns wound on a stationary iron core. A spindle is mechanically connected to the moving stationary iron core with the springs on either end. One spring is wound in the clockwise direction and the another spring is in the anti-clockwise direction. And to that spindle, a pointer is connected over the calibrated scale. So this is nothing but the constructional features of the permanent magnet moving coil instrument. So this is the diagram elaborating the different parts, mechanical structure of this PMMC instrument. Go through the diagram, please draw it in your notebook so that it will be easy for you to draw the this constructional diagram during your exam. So let us see, we have discussed it earlier also in the previous video lectures. So what are the forces or the torques which are required in measuring instrument? The movement of the pointer in PMMC is governed by three different torques. Which are these three different torques? Deflecting torque, controlling torque, and the damping torque. So deflecting torque. The deflection torque is nothing but the torque required for the deflection of the pointer over the calibrated scale. And the system which is required to do so is a deflection system, which includes the magnet, spring, spindle, coil, and a pointer as shown in the diagram. This deflection torque, as we know the principle that is also used in the working of the motor, whether it is a DC motor or the AC motor. The principle is that, working principle is that current carrying conductor, when it is placed in the magnetic field, that current carrying conductor experiences a mechanical force. That force produces the torque, which is enough to give the rotational output, that is a mechanical output. So in the diagram, in between the N pole and S pole, one rectangular coil is placed which is carrying a current. That current which is to be measured of the circuit. So when this current carrying conductor is placed in between the N pole and the S pole, there is a rotating movement. There is a force which again converted to the torque. That is the working principle in deflection system. So here it's a deflection torque. Force F acts on each side of the coil, and the area enclosed by the coil is, there is D is nothing but the width or the breadth into the length of the coil. D into L is the area. So controlling torque. The torque which is required to control the deflection is nothing but the controlling torque, and that torque is provided by the spring mechanism. So the spring will be a major or main part of the control torque system. So it's a coil on which there is a spiral spring is provided, which controls the deflection to and fro of the pointer over a calibrated scale. Next, the damping torque. The damping torque is nothing but the torque required to damp the oscillations. Oscillations means the movement like a pendulum, so that by the damping the oscillations, pointer will be at a steady position indicating the accurate readings. So it is nothing but the damping is provided with the help of the either the air friction damping, fluid friction damping, and eddy current damping. So this is the damping torque. See, pointer oscillations in between the to and fro, that is the oscillations. So this diagram will explain you the behavioral pattern of the oscillations and the method to damp out the oscillations so that pointer will be at a steady position. See to the diagram that final pointer deflection position with respect to time. With the damping will be at a steady horizontal line so that eliminating all the dampings or the oscillations. So there are two methods of supporting the moving system, that is the pivot and jolt bearing suspension. So pivot is the thing but that is the rod which is placed in between the jolt bearings. On that pivot there is a kept as a coil and that coil is connected with the pointer, and there is a spring supported joint bearings. Go through this diagram, you will understand what is a pivot, what is the joint bearings, how to put a coil, and how to connect the pointer. Again, this is the taut band suspension used with the two springs, taut band, coil, and a pointer. Pause it and draw the diagram. So this is simple constructional diagram of PMMC instrument. There is current carrying coil placed in between the two magnet. One, there is the pointer placed on the spindle. There is the calibrated scale, source, and a load. Thank you. Thank you for your patient listening.